name is Jackie Trickle. I am the supervisor for the Harris Lake County Park American Tobacco Trail Service Learning Group. I am the assistant manager of education and program here. We are located in New Hill, North Carolina. Our mission for Wake County Parks Recreation Open Space is being committed to providing outdoor recreation and educational opportunities while promoting environmental and cultural stewardship through a managed system of parks and open spaces. Here at Harris Lake, we have hiking trails, disc golf course, mountain bike trails, picnic areas, 3 shelters, an amphitheater, a brand new playground, and a car-type boat launch. The typical programs you will see here at Harris Lake include public and group environmental education programs. We host a variety of recreational events, and our big event coming up is the Longleaf Festival.
Program 1, Nocturnal Night with NC State at Harris Lake County Park, was held on March 22nd from 7 to 9 p.m. underneath the Cypress Shelter. Around 37 parents and children came. The theme of the night revolved around informing participants about native nocturnal wildlife and specific facts about each animal. Once participants arrived, they had the opportunity to leave their print by dipping their hands in paint and placing it on a white sheet of paper. The activities they participated in included a nocturnal garden walk and 2 field games called Owl Sticks and Bat and Moth. Both activities taught participants about native nocturnal wildlife. We then concluded the night with a campfire, s'mores, and a time of reflection. This allowed for participants to tell us what they enjoyed about the night, as well as some suggestions for future events. The purpose of this program was to teach people about native nocturnal wildlife while creating a safe environment for families to recreate together. The mission and vision here at Harris Lake County Park directly reflects exactly what our program was about. Our program was educational, yet fun and exciting for people and family of all ages. Our short-term impacts for the participants include allowing the families to be a part of a fun, shared experience as a family, as well as retain some of the information they learned from the event. The lessons we learned from Program 1 include the importance of a proper run-through prior to the event. This was an important lesson for us to learn because for Program 2, we knew that a detailed run-through was needed to ensure the time and length needed for each activity was accounted for. Program 2 was held at American Tobacco Trail, in which NC State and other partners held a nationwide star party on April 12th from 6:30 to 10:30. Due to inclement weather, the program ended at 8 p.m., in which some events for the night were modified in order to accommodate for early arrivals and the number of participants. The expected number of participants was estimated to be around 250 to 500 people, but the weather decreased the number of participants who attended to about 10 people. The theme of this program was to educate the participants about the moon and beyond. Since the program did not require participants to register, families arrived at different times. To accommodate for this plan, we had an information table as a way to welcome the participants that came and to provide them with itineraries that listed the activities that were scheduled for the night. Our participants were able to visit 4 different tents and find themselves engaged in different activities. One tent, manned by the Raleigh Astronomers Club, was solely designated to provide participants with a moon and sky viewing area with telescopes. The other tents had focused on providing the interactive and educational activities. An interactive activity was First Words Graffiti Wall, which led families write down or respond to what their first words would be if they were to land on the moon. Another interactive and educational activity was Toad in the Moon. This allowed for participants to interpret different images they saw on the moon and create a story for how that image came to be. Observing the moon was another activity that provided participants with details on the craters of the moon, which taught our participants how to identify and learn about these features. These activities then transitioned our participants to find themselves educated and enjoy the rest of the night with story time, which was one of our final activities. Afterwards, some people had then opted to leave the event, while others who were brave enough to walk out in the storm went on our solar system walk. This taught participants about the distances between the planets if we were to shrink the planets on a smaller scale. The mission and vision here at Harris Lake County Park and the American Tobacco Trail align with our activities in providing a space for people to come and experience the National Star Party, which was hosted in many different locations around the United States. This allowed for us to follow our mission of letting our group promote Harris Lake County Park's vision of promoting environmental and cultural stewardship for our participants. Although our event didn't go as planned, we hope that the participants that did come to the event were able to learn about the details of the moon. We also hope that our participants had time to enjoy learning about the stars and the moon regardless of the weather, which would have enhanced their enjoyment tremendously. Thanks for watching.
The most important thing I learned is that we need to be more flexible and prepared in using our time, taking our own responsibilities, and doing our activities, because there are something happen differently and out of control. So we need to be more flexible in deal with these problems.
One thing that I have taken away from our two programs is definitely having a good set of safety procedures. You never know what's going to happen in a bad situation. So having a good, firm set of safety procedures definitely be needed.
Having the program wave, you can figure out things really easily. And so I think in the future, if I ever become an assistant director or a director at a park, and when I decide to plan programs or camps, I will definitely use the program wave because I think it is the best way to plan a program.
PRT 358 allowed us to apply course material to real-life dynamic situations where we could see the results of a well-thought-out planning process or the consequences of a poorly planned event. Being held accountable to the communities to which we served reminded me of the responsibilities we have in our field to deliver high-quality results.
I learned about the importance of keeping our group spirits up. Even though we encountered stressful situations throughout the planning process, our patience led to successful labs and events, regardless of the situation. I would state that our attitudes reflected upon the quality of our work, which then allowed for both our groups and participants to enjoy our programs.
In my service learning group, I learned the importance of effective communication between members of the group and with our site supervisor because it allows for our programs to achieve the desired goals we have in place. As well as making sure everyone has a say in the planning process for our programs.
So my biggest takeaway is the effectiveness of using a run sheet. It's so nice to have a tool that shows you what needs to be done before your event, what needs to be done during your event, and what needs to be done after your event. It holds everybody accountable for jobs that need to be done, and you know exactly what materials are needed. And I will forever use this tool as a parks professional, especially when working in a group setting.